So in our very last lesson, we get to talk about next steps. Where do you go from here? Well, you've been on quite a journey. As we say, it's a bit like climbing the mountain. It seems horrendously tall and a long way to go, and you go bit by bit, lesson by lesson, until finally you've mastered all of the skills that you need to make it to the top of the mountain. Wow, and it's a long way when you're going there, but you can make it. And you've listened to this video, and you can go back and continue to listen to this video and reinforce your knowledge, use your hands-on practical experience, and you can get to the top and get your CCNA wireless. I just want to remind you where you started from and then where we've gone. So we started off talking about the world of wireless and how wireless works, signals over the air, electromagnetic waveforms, antennas. We went through radio frequency fundamentals, the different frequencies that you operate on, the different bandwidths. We talked about the different wireless technologies, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, Zigbee. And then we focused in on understanding exactly how Wi-Fi wireless LANs worked. Then we went on to security and covered a lot of different aspects of what is a very complex subject. Wireless security is particularly challenging, but we went through the major features and capabilities that make our wireless LANs secure today. We then went through autonomous access points and lightweight access points. With lightweight access points, you must have a controller. With autonomous mode access points, you can configure directly in the access point. We also went through the Cisco Wireless Control System, which can not only manage lightweight access points and wireless LAN controllers, it can also manage autonomous access points. We went through and talked about how to perform a site survey, looking at the cell boundary, the maximum signal strength that you should have between two channels that are on the same frequency. We covered a lot of ground. And then we finished up talking about how to maintain your wireless system, doing backups and keeping the code up to date, and also common techniques and problems of how to troubleshoot your wireless network. So we really have been on a journey together, a journey of knowledge. So you have accomplished a lot. You've got the basis now for how to build a Cisco Unified Wireless Network. You're building on the knowledge base that you gained in CCNA to now have the wireless piece as well. You have a blueprint for how to go forward and develop additional hands-on experience. You are rapidly becoming a wireless network professional, and you should be confident now to go and take and pass the 640-722 certification exam, and this will be a step towards getting you the CCNP wireless credential. And I hope very much that your passion for wireless will continue and you'll gain the hands-on experience such as sometime down the road you'll be able to take the CCIE wireless exam. So when you take this exam, ideally you were expected to have taken the CCNA. You could have either taken the CCNA or you could have taken the ICND1 and ICNT2, which are equivalent to giving you the CCNA. So you're now ready to take the 640-722 exam. Now you've got your CCNA wireless when you've taken the 640-722. You've then got the more advanced exams, which go into more detail on site survey, voice, mobility, and security. And if you take all of those exams, then you'll get your CCNP. And then you can go on beyond that to do the written wireless and the lab wireless and become a CCIE wireless. These credentials take you through a nice path of evolution and really good understanding of the wireless network. When you look at the next level of exams, there's 4, as I mentioned. There's the site survey, the voice, the mobility, and the security. Here we're looking at the first one, the site survey, and it's really talking about how you prepare, conduct, and then deliver a site survey to a customer. The Unified Wireless Voice Networks is really talking specifically about voice over IP over wireless LANs, and is concerned with how you plan out that network, how you implement quality of service not only over the wireless part of the network, but how it interconnects to the wired network to make sure you have that quality of service as it goes across the network. And it also talks about how you can plan out your network and balance it to be able to support video. And video is particularly important because it's an increasingly high demand application, and indeed in some businesses I'm actually seeing them deprioritize video because it's interrupting their normal business so much. So always keep an eye on how much video traffic you've got on your network and how full your wireless network has become. Then the Cisco Unified Wireless Mobility. This is the one when you talk about location services and tagging. We talk about roaming and between access points that are controlled by different controllers and therefore on different subnets. It implements the wireless service engine and talks about the enterprise mesh. In addition, it talks about managing wireless with the wireless control system, just like we did in this course, and it also talks about ways that you can tune and troubleshoot your mobility network. And lastly, the security exam. Very, very important if you can get this one behind you. It talks about integration of client device security with the overwhelming corporate security. It'll cover things like guest network security policies, enforcing security compliance, intrusion protection systems, and intrusion detection systems. A couple of terms that you should be familiar with. Implementing Cisco's Unified Wireless Networking Essentials. That is the exam you're going to take to get your CCNA wireless certification. Once you've got that, you can then work your way towards the CCNP wireless certification, which comprises of 4 exams that are focused around voice, security, mobility, and conducting a site survey. I've included here some of my favorite resources, and you can take a look at them, and I think you'll enjoy. You can never beat going to the Cisco website and pulling down documentation on the Cisco Unified Wireless Network, sample configurations, specifications for the products. It's the best way to really understand how the Cisco network works.